Hey everyone, a couple of weeks ago, I officially became an AWS Certified Developer Associate. In this video, I'll share exactly how I prepared using just AWS documentation, Stephane Maarek's Udemy course, and ChatGPT for practice and mock tests. If you are planning to take AWS Developer Associate exam, this video will save you weeks of confusion. Let's dive in. I work a lot with AWS, especially around serverless, Lambda, and CI/CD pipelines, and I wanted to build a stronger foundation. The Developer Associate exam was a perfect fit because it's technical, hands-on, and directly relevant to building real AWS applications. Plus, it's a great stepping stone before going for solutions architect or DevOps Pro. I just kept my preparation simple but consistent. Just three core resources. One is like AWS official documentation. I know it sounds boring, but trust me, reading the actual docs made a huge difference. I focused on FAQs for S3, DynamoDB, Lambda, and API Gateway. Those pages explain how AWS really behaves, like retry mechanism, error handling, IAM permissions, and limits, exactly what you get tested on. The second one is Stephane Maarek's Udemy course. Stephane's course was my main structure. I watched the videos at 1.25x speed and did all the hands-on labs, especially around Lambda, SAM, and code pipelines. He explains in a way that actually builds intuition, not just theory. The third one is like ChatGPT for mock tests. This might surprise you, but I use ChatGPT to generate domain-wise practice questions. For example, I would say, give me 10 scenario-based questions on AWS Lambda and API Gateway with answers. It helped me practice reasoning instead of memorizing, and I could instantly ask why an answer was correct or wrong. I gave myself exactly 8 weeks, studying around 2 hours a day on weekdays and longer on weekends. Here is the breakdown I followed. If you take like the first 2 weeks, I focused on IAM, Lambda, and API gateways. And from third to fourth week, I did focus on like S3, DynamoDB, SQS, SNS, and code pipeline. And from fifth week to sixth, I focused on CloudWatch, X-Ray, security, and step functions, Cognito. And from 7th to 8th week, I just fully spent time on revisioning and mock exams. And I took almost like 2 to 3 mock tests, either from Udemy or ChatGPT, and reviewed all my answers. If it is a mistake, then I'll note it down on a file and I'll prepare on that specific topic. And my rule was like, if I can explain it in one sentence, I know it well. I took the exam online from an exam center. It was about 65 questions in 130 minutes, mostly scenario based. The difficulty was moderate but tricky. You really need to understand the behavior of services, not just memorize syntax. Around 60% of my questions were about Lambda integrations, IAM policies, and deployment tools. Yes. I finished with around 10 minutes left, reviewed flagged ones, and finally clicked submit. So it took me one whole day to get my results and finally got my pass mark. If I had to summarize my AWS journey, don't overload with too many resources. Pick three and go deep. Focus on hands-on practice, not flashcards. Use ChatGPT for a daily 10-minute Q&A sessions. It's like having a personal coach. And remember, consistency beats cramming. Even 1.5 hours daily adds up massively over 2 months. That's how I cleared the AWS Developer Associate exam. If you found this helpful, give it a like and subscribe. I'll be posting my next video on how I use ChatGPT to prepare for AWS exams effectively. Drop your question in the comments. I'll reply to every AWS related one personally. Thanks for watching and all the best for your certifications journey.